What's going on, guys? Tommy back here, talking sports, wearing shorts, and it is that time. Every 4 years we have to wait. It is that time for the World Cup. Approximately in about 12 hours, it's about to start, and I'm going to do my predictions. It's that time for us to do our predictions. We're a little bit late in our predictions, but better late than never, I always say. So we're going to predict a lot of things for this World Cup. We're going to go through who I think the flops are going to be in the World Cup, who I think the standout surprises are, the dark horses, player of the tournament, golden ball, and then obviously the winners. So we're going to break it all down. We're going to talk about it all, and hopefully we can come together and decide on a winner here. There's going to be a lot of people that are going to want maybe Cristiano Ronaldo to win the World Cup. A lot of people that will want Lionel Messi to win it. So we've got a clear divide. And there might be your own country. You don't even give a fuck about Ronaldo or Messi, but you might have your own country. But the general consensus of people is that they want those two people to win. So we're going to be a divide here. They're going to have half and half. It's going to be interesting to see how people take it. So with that being said, let's jump in. So I'm going to start off with my flops of the tournament, guys. Who do I think the flops of the tournament are going to be? France. I think it's going to be France. Now, a lot of people will say, oh, well, that's pretty straightforward. They've had so many injuries and whatnot. But I think injuries aside, I would have picked France anyway. Obviously, there's a World Cup curse now. How true that is, I don't know. But people love to talk about the World Cup curse. But just generally, if I think about France, they're a little bit older. They haven't been great in the last couple of years under Deschamps. They are going in the wrong direction for me personally. I think that their midfield isn't as solid and as diverse as it used to be. They obviously had Pogba and Kante and Matuidi at the time when they won the World Cup in 2018. The midfield now, not so solid. It's just looking a little bit average going forward. Benzema's out. He didn't feature in the 2018 World Cup anyway. So going forward, I don't think there's going to be that much drama not having Benzema. But at the back, Kimpembe's out. So there's a lot of big names out for France, and I'm not sure they're going to have the strength to go all the way. Now, when I say flops, I don't mean getting knocked out of the group stage. I don't think that's going to happen for France. I think that they'll make it out of the group. They've got a relatively easy group. I think they'll be fine in that sense. Australia, Denmark, and Tunisia. They should beat Australia. They should beat Denmark. They should beat Tunisia. So, look, I don't know. If anything's going to happen, they might drop some points in the group, and then they won't even make it out, and that'll be a shock. But I think as soon as they leave the group, they're done. I think they're done. I don't think they have the capacity to go much further anymore. I think France will be the biggest flops of the tournament, obviously because they are the World Cup holders. So that's going to be a massive shock if they leave straight away. And I think they will. I think they'll get out of the group, but they will be knocked out immediately, guys. I don't think they're going to do very, very well. Next to my surprises, my dark horses of the tournament. I've got two. Now, I spoke about this on my TikTok. Links will be down in the description if you want to check that out, the TikTok and the Twitch, Spotify, and all that type of stuff. We will be streaming the World Cup. My surprises of the tournament. I've got two. I'm going to go for Uruguay and Spain. Now, Spain, you're thinking, how can they be a surprise? They're always a great team, always a great country to watch, always develop great players. They've won a World Cup in 2010. That's not really a shock. But it's a shock in terms of just the coverage on Spain. There's not a lot of talk about Spain. There's more talk about Argentina, Brazil, even England are getting a little bit of a shout out. So there's more highlights on other countries right now, and Spain are just flying under the radar. And I think that works for them. They've got a very, very good squad. I think they can go deep. I really do think they can go deep. I think watch out for Spain. Good midfield, good attack, good defense. Spain will be very, very good. And obviously you've got Uruguay with the old heads with Suarez, Cavani. Then you've got Darwin Núñez, and you've got Valverde in the midfield. I think Uruguay will be a bit of a challenge. And if Uruguay get out of the group, which I think they do, they're going to be a really tricky opposition for anybody in a knockout game. Uruguay will be the dark horse of the competition. I think they can go very far. I think they could even get to a semi-final. I really do. Very, very dangerous opposition. Moving on to my player of the tournament. This kind of coincides with eventually my third pick of the tournament. So these last three I'm going to talk about in unison here because they kind of all interlink. And once I mention the first one, you're going to get it. So player of the tournament, I'm going with Lionel Messi. Lionel Messi is going to be my player of the tournament. I think this is the time for Lionel Messi. I think this is his moment. I think this is just perfectly capped off everything. If he makes it to the final, it's going to be his 1,000th game, 1,000th career game. He's playing arguably some of his best football this season, which is crazy, right? Because he played amazing football over the years. He's had some really crazy years, but he's got the most goals and assists in European football right now. Lionel Messi. I bet you not a lot of people knew that. He's got the most goals and assists. So he's just really working up to having a really good World Cup. Argentina have got a really solid side. Defensively, they still look a bit average, but they're very good going forward. Midfield's pretty good, pretty strong too. So I think Lionel Messi is going to push Argentina all the way. I think Argentina are going to win the World Cup. And I think Lautaro Martinez will be the Golden Boot. That's my 3 picks. I think Argentina, Golden Boot, Martinez, player of the tournament, Lionel Messi, and Argentina are going to win it. I just got a funny feeling. Obviously, the Brazilians are super strong. The Brazilians can win it any year. Like, let's not write off the Brazilians. I'm not going to do that. Portugal, Cristiano Ronaldo. Look, on any other given year, I would say, yeah, Ronaldo's probably got a really good shot. But there's so much turmoil and so much crap going on with Cristiano right now, and I don't know if that's really going to work for that camp. I think there's going to be a lot of unrest there. I'm not sure if Portugal are going to come out and be as good as what people think. They might get out of the group, but I don't think Cristiano's going to do it. I haven't seen enough from Ronaldo in the last year to warrant him going to the World Cup and producing what he used to. He's 37 years old. I will be stunned. If he does, then he's the greatest thing that's ever lived. But I don't think that's going to happen, guys. I think it's going to be Lionel Messi. So I know it's going to divide some people, but that's what I reckon. Lionel Messi, Argentina to win it. Lautaro Martinez, top goal scorer. So what do you guys think? Have you agreed with everything I said? Have you agreed with the flops? Have you agreed with the surprises, the dark horses, and the eventual winner? What do you guys think? Leave your comments down below. World Cup predictions, like I said, we're under 12 hours away now. It's going to be crazy. I'm going to try stream as much games as I can possible. They are at awkward times, for me at least in Australia. They're at early hours in the morning, sometimes really late. So I will stream as much as I can. Make sure you're following the Twitch. I'll leave it up here, somewhere around here. Make sure you're following the Twitch because I will be live streaming and keeping up to date so you can watch me do the live watch-alongs and all that and join into the room. So it'll be good.